y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something exciting. This is one of my very favorite things in the entire world. Today we're making bubble tea, but it's not just regular bubble tea, you guys. We are making our own pearls at home, boba pearls, and we're putting them inside of traditional Thai tea and Thai green milk tea. This is epic, it's so easy, and trust me, it is so much cheaper than if you went to your local bubble tea place. So let's go to Thailand. Bubble tea. You guys, this is one of my very favorite guilty pleasures. It also happens to be incredibly expensive in the States. In Asia, it's still a little pricey, but it's not quite as expensive as if you try to get it here. And it's not as good. I bet you didn't know you can make it at home so much cheaper. So that's what we're about to do. I'm gonna go over the ingredients that you guys need. This is gonna be kind of a two-step process. Today, we're making Thai bubble tea. How does Thai bubble tea differ from regular bubble tea? Now, I'm gonna show you guys that what I'm doing here is I'm gonna make our favorite drinks that we got when we were actually in Thailand. There's so many different variations of bubble tea. There's so many different combinations that you can do for it. So I'm just getting started with this with y'all. So we're gonna do the Thai versions, and then later we'll do another video about some more kind of traditional versions. Let's look at our ingredients. So the main thing that you're going to need are tapioca pearls. Now, tapioca pearls come in a bunch of different colors. They come in all kinds of, different variations, but I like this one. I like your just basic, regular black ones. These I actually got on Amazon. This bag, it's, 8 ounces, 8.8 ounces, and it was less than $5. So 100% worth it. I'll link it in the description for you guys. I'll also link it on my website with the recipe, but they're ready in like 5 minutes, so you really don't have to worry a whole lot about them. One really important thing to note about tapioca pearls is I follow the directions on the back of the bag. The reason for that is I feel like they know how to cook their tapioca pearls better than I do. Personal opinion. I do add a little something to them because I like my pearls to be a little sweeter than just bland. So I'll kind of show you guys how to do that. But tapioca pearls, you need those. We're gonna need brown sugar and a big stock pot full of some water. Let's jump in. Now I have filled this stock pot with 10 cups of water because that's what it tells me on the back of the bag. They say do 10 cups of water for every 1 cup of tapioca pearls. I've already started this to kind of get it boiling so it doesn't take quite as long when we're actually filming. So I'm just gonna turn my fire back on here and get it back up, see the steam? Get it back up to boiling, and then we'll start making our pearls. While our water starts to boil here, I'm going to kind of let you guys know where this originated. Now, bubble tea started in Taiwan and then spread through Asia and then spread through the rest of the world. Now, this is one of those drinks hopefully you've had. I love it. I feel like maybe it's an acquired taste. I every so often will come in contact with somebody who doesn't like this, but I don't know. I enjoyed it before Asia, and then once we were in Asia, it became like, this is what we drink. Getting close to boiling. The smell though, like the inside of the bag smells like every, bubble tea place you ever go into. So I'm actually gonna make a cup of these because I'm making 2 different drinks with you guys today. So I'm just gonna measure out a cup. That ended up being about probably half my bag. So I could probably make it one more time if I want to. I'll want to. If you like a really rigid piece of boba, you won't want to cook these as long as I'm going to. I like mine to be a little soft but not gummy. Here's where I'm going to do something that you don't see a whole lot of, or that doesn't say to do on the back of the packaging. I'm going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar because I like my boba to be a little sweet. I'm just going to drop this in. Boop, just like that. And I'm gonna mix it around because I like my boba to be sweet, the actual pearls. I don't want them to be bland or gross. And the only way they're gonna take on any kind of sweetness is if you boil them in a sweeter water. So we have a tablespoon in here, it's good and dissolved. Now we're going to add our entire cup of bubble tea directly to our boiling water. We're gonna do it a little slow, so we're not just gonna throw them all in there. I'm just gonna do them little by little. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna stir these around very carefully. Now here's what you're waiting for. You are waiting for them to come to the surface of your water. Hopefully you can see that with our overhead camera. You're gonna start to see them kind of come to the surface. I'm gonna turn my heat down just a little bit as they cook. See, here they go. Got some coming. Hopefully you can see that in our camera up top, but they're all starting to float up now to the surface of our water. Okay, I think we've almost got them all. Come on guys, you can do it. There they go. They're all coming up. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to cover our pot, put it on a medium heat. I'm gonna grab my phone and my timer, and I'm gonna set it for 3 minutes. We have about 1:25 minutes for that first 3 minutes. I'm gonna take some water and I'm gonna put it in my bowl here. You need 2 bowls. One bowl you're gonna take directly from, put your boba in the cold water. The other one is what you're gonna filter it out of. So I'm just gonna put some cold water here in my first bowl. I like filtered water because it's something we're gonna actually consume, so that should be pretty good. All right, it's been 3 minutes. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn our heat off altogether, leave your lid on for another 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm gonna restart my timer for 3 minutes. Now, this is where you're dictating how soft your pearls are actually going to be. So we're gonna start them with 3 minutes. I'm gonna take one out and test it, and if I want it to be any softer, then we'll give them another maybe 1 to 2 minutes. It's been 3 minutes. Take it off. They look legit, guys. You could be running your own boba shop soon. Y'all don't know. Let's take one out and test it real quick. Perfection. We're gonna filter these all out of here and put them in our water. You wanna put them in directly into cold water, per the instructions. And it says to leave them in there for only about, for only about 30 seconds. That's too hard. It's too hard to try to scoop them out. So I'm gonna put this colander in my sink and I'm dumping this water out in that, and then I'm just gonna filter them that way. All right, now we're gonna dump them in our cold water. It's been 30 seconds. So now we're gonna take our bowl, dump it in my colander here. This is a rice colander where you wash your rice and dump it. You guys will see that more in our videos coming sooner. Dump that out. All right, guys, so here is our finished boba. So we take them from that water directly into a dry bowl. They are ready to use. If you like them extra sweet, this is where you'll add some additional sugar or honey to them to sweeten them up. But because we put that tablespoon of brown sugar in our water to boil them, they are absolute perfection in my world, and they don't need anything else. So now, step 2, let's make our actual bubble tea. Let's start with the most important thing that you're going to need for this. You are going to need this brand of tea. So let's start with my favorite. This is the green. Y'all, the obsession and the love affair that I have with this particular drink is really absurd, but I love it. It's a Thai green milk tea. It has hints of jasmine and it's just, it's luscious. I don't know how to adequately describe it for you. The brand that you guys need to be looking for is Cha Tra Mu. Now this is the actual brand that we drank in Thailand. It was all over the place. It was easy to find, and you can actually find these at your local Asian markets. It's very easy. I also have a website that you can go and buy it as well. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you don't have an Asian market anywhere near you, it makes it so much easier. So I will link that as well so you guys can get a hold of it. So this is for the green, and this is for basic regular Thai tea. I know, at least this is what we did pre-Asia, is every time we went to eat at a Thai restaurant, we got a Thai tea. Now I'm about to blow your mind because I'm gonna teach you how to make it. So you can make this at home without the boba or with it, however you want it. So By the end of this video, you'll be able to make your own Thai tea, and it's amazing. This is the same brand, the Cha Tra Mu, but this is their Thai tea mix, and this is their green tea mix. So that's what you need. That's very important. You also need evaporated milk, some sweetened condensed milk, and regular sugar and water. Now, you're probably wondering what this weird thing is.
It's not a dirty sock.
This is not a dirty sock. It's actually what they use to filter the tea out. So you're gonna see me use this. They have little baby ones for if you're doing like an individual drink, but I always use this big Mama Jamma. That's why it looks like this, because we actually use this thing. So we'll put it in here and I'll show you guys how to do it. But this is what you actually strain your tea with. So they use in Thailand, they're everywhere. I've also found these on Amazon, so I will link them in the description below, as well as with the recipe on my website. And I actually have one of these to give away that I'll give away here in a few videos coming up. So straight from Thailand. You need the sock, guys. It doesn't work without the sock. I am so excited. This is just my favorite thing. So I'm gonna do the green tea first. Now, I'm not actually gonna open this because this is an extra one that I have. Yes, feel free to judge me, I don't care. I bought so much of this when we were leaving Thailand. I still have some, but this is my last bag. So I bought this at my local Asian market because I'm out and I needed to, replenish it, but this is what I'm gonna use. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna take our tea leaves and we're going to put them directly into our strainer. The smell of this, I can't tell you guys the memories that evokes for me. I do heaping tablespoons because it's kind of a fanatical thing for me. I love this stuff so dang much. So put that back there. Put this up there in case you guys didn't get what the cover looks like. All right, so here's where it gets really fun. So we've got our tea in our strainer, kind of works its way to the bottom, so it's just sitting right here. Now in here, I have done exactly 1 cup of water, and we're going to pour this entire cup of water over our tea in the middle of our strainer. You're about to see the magic happen. Here we go. My favorite. All right. Okay, now here's where it gets interesting. So we're gonna strain this several times. You see how light green that is? You're gonna see it get darker. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our trusty strainer here and we're gonna pour this back over our tea. Okay, see how it's getting darker? That's 2. We're gonna do this a total of 6 times. So that's the second one. Okay, put it back in here. 3, see it's getting darker and darker. 4, 5, okay, last one. And 6. Now I'm gonna take a spoon. I'm gonna kind of grab this right here. This is my way of trying to squeeze out any excess tea I possibly can. Take your spoon, just lean it against the side of your measuring cup. Just kind of squeeze it. All right, there we go. Now we're ready to add all the good magic yumminess. First, I'm gonna grab my trusty mug here. It's actually not a mug, it's a mason jar, but I pre-filled a mason jar full of ice. This is very important because this is hot. So when you put it in there, it's gonna melt that ice and get all delicious and wonderful. But first, we're gonna add some goodness to this. So first thing we want is a little bit of sugar. About a teaspoon directly in there. Here comes the fun. So we're gonna do evaporated milk. Now, I love this stuff. I don't know, I got addicted to it when we were in Vietnam and I lived on Cafe Suda for, my energy every morning. So we're gonna put some heaping teaspoons. Now this is where preference comes into play a bit. If you like it extra sweet, do more. If you like it less sweet, do less. You can play with it. I'm gonna do probably 3. Okay, here's second one. 1 more, we'll do 3. We'll be wild. Here's where it gets really fun. Ready? I don't know why that's my favorite part. That condensed milk gets into that tea and just turns it the coolest shade of green. Make sure to get your edges. That's why it's good to use a glass container like this. Okay. Take our glass of ice and then dump it directly on top. Because it's hot, you'll start to see that ice give in. So now, we're just gonna give it a little stir, just to encourage that ice to melt. See? Perfect. So now I'm gonna add my boba directly into it. Just gonna do a couple of spoonfuls of the boba we prepared here. The amount that we prepared is probably good. I'll do 3, let's be crazy. It's good for probably 2 drinks if you want a good bit of boba added in. So let's mix this in. So you can see your dots in there. Because after all, that's why you have bubble tea, so it looks cool. Now, this last little bit is the one thing I don't love about this drink, but everybody always did it. They always kind of drizzled just a little teeny bit, some did more, of evaporated milk on top. Like I said, this isn't my favorite part, so I'm just gonna do a little that's it. I'm just gonna do a little bit. I feel like it takes away from the actual flavor, but it makes it look cool. Little design. Best part. Amazon had boba, like reusable boba straws, so naturally I had to get one. It even has like the curved edge that you get at the actual boba place. Oh my goodness. Guys, the memories this gives me, I can't tell you. I always had one of these in my hand everywhere I went. We were in Thailand, I get thirsty every meal. If I didn't feel good, I wanted curry and a green milk tea because it just made me feel better. So I hope you guys will try this one. Stick around because we're about to make some Thai tea. As our water heats up, you guys, this one's gonna go quick because it's really similar, if not almost exactly the same as, it's exactly the same as your green tea. You're just swapping out the type of tea mix that you're using. You're about to be professionals, guys. Before you know it, you can be running a tea stand in Thailand. While I'm waiting on my water to finish up, I'm gonna go ahead and, I just love to see Thai. Like I miss seeing Thai lettering everywhere. It's just, makes me so happy. Just love the smell, so good. Water's done, let's go. So we're going to do exactly what we did last time. I literally just washed this out. You can just rinse it out and reuse your tea strainer, it doesn't matter. So I don't have any left over of the regular Thai tea, so we're gonna use our new one. Okay. Alrighty, now we still have another cup of water here. Same thing, we're gonna pour it in. What's fun about Thai tea is it changes colors. Now, like you see here, it's about to get really dark, basically black. It's a black tea, and we're gonna filter this the same number of times. So that was 1. Let's do it again for 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, last one. 6. We're gonna do the same thing we did last time. Grab you a spoon. Wasn't as prepared this time because I was washing dishes. So take it here just like we did last time. Get your spoon. Squeeze it out. You don't want to leave any of that good stuff in there, you guys. It's a travesty to waste it. We're gonna do something very similar that we did last time. So we're gonna add a little sugar. It's the same thing, just different tea mix. But let me tell you, you're gonna impress the crap out of your friends when they come over, or family for the holiday season, and be like, would you like a Thai tea? Let me make you a Thai tea. They'll think that you're it. It's awesome. So here we go. Let's do our evaporated milk, just like we did last time.
Ladies at the stalls, they actually just eyeball it.
They do, that's true. The ladies at the stalls use a regular spoon and they just throw it in, man. They don't actually measure it out. I'm measuring it out to make it easier on you guys and for recipe writing purposes. It helps so that way you guys can get the same result I do, but they just use a spoon and they just go for it. They ask you how sweet you want it to be, and that's what they do. Here's the fun part. You ready? I love it. I just love it when it changes color. Who knew? Just a little bit of condensed milk and you get the best thing ever. Hot liquid, cup of ice, dump it over. Your ice will start to melt, just like it did before. Take it, kind of encourage it. Now you can stop here. If you just want regular Thai tea, you would just drizzle a little bit of evaporated milk on the top of it. You're done. We like the boba. That's the point of this, because we're making bubble tea. So we're gonna put some of our boba on top here. I'm gonna have a little extra in the bottom of my bowl that I'll add to my green tea and to this one, because your boba is only good for 4 hours. So if you don't use it all with the drinks that you're making, you have to toss it after 4 hours. So you might as well load them up. Okay? That down there. Again, we have the same feelings about the evaporated milk, so we're just gonna do a little bit. Little teensy bit. Kind of makes it look cool. You know I got more than one straw. I got a whole pack of straws. Because I just can't help it. So here we go. Let's give her a shot. That's exactly what you want, y'all. It is absolute and total perfection. Well, there you go, you guys. Homemade Thai bubble tea. It is the best thing. You will be the talk of your next get together. Be safe. But honestly, guys, like, it looks so much harder than it really is, like even with the boba pearls. So I hope you guys will try this. I hope you love it as much as I do. Remember, you can adjust your tea ratios. You can adjust your condensed milk ratios to make this work the best for you guys at home and your taste buds. This is just how I like it. So there you go. Check out the description box of this video. There will be a link to my website. That's where you will find both of these recipes separately, so that way not to confuse. So you'll be able to find them both, as well as all of my social media. If you guys try it, make sure you tag me over on Instagram. I wanna see it, wanna see you with your bubble tea. Save some money, y'all. This is the best way to do it in these times. Plus, you can do it at home and you don't have to worry about going out and seeing people. So, thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye. Still this one.